Hello everyone, welcome back to Full Invasion. This is Rome versus Gaul on wave 4, and I'm curious to know where the enemy is. This wave spawned probably a minute ago, and I've just been waiting for them to come over the hill. I guess someone is glitching them over there. Boom. Shakalaka. This spear battle, though. Is that a boss cleaver? I have to keep an eye on that person, see if they die. Oh, jeez. Okay. Hello. Oh, God. Oh, all right. Well. That's that. And Rome fell shortly afterwards. I like the little mini shield wall over there. Alright, looks like they're gonna beat the wave. That person's glitching. The AI. Not cool. Oh, lightsabers. Two more people, so where's the other one? Oh boy. Well, I guess this is a good time to talk about Ant-Man, which I finally got around to watching. That movie was better than I thought it was going to be. Better than I think it had any right to be. I actually thoroughly enjoyed Ant-Man. I'm not the biggest Marvel fan. Like, I can get into the movies. Haven't really read many comics at all. So I wasn't expecting much from this, you know, Ant-Man. This guy gets smaller, like, who cares? But no, it was cool. The fight scenes they had... I don't even really want to ruin it, but there are a couple really funny moments in these fight scenes because they really utilize the fact that the fights are between people who are tiny in a human world, and just the way that interacts sometimes, the way they do their cuts, like the camera cuts. Oh my god, there's this moment with the train that just had me laughing so much. It was so well done. For those of you who've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. That scene was really great. They utilized that kind of camera work and I don't know, that idea a couple times, but they don't overdo it, which is really good because they could easily overdo that, but they only do it a couple times and it works very well every time they do it. And then I really enjoyed the scenes where was it Paul Rudd, the Ant-Man, his friend is explaining to him like the situation. It happens kind of in the beginning and at the end, where he's doing this voiceover and it's going back to these different scenes of his friends and his friends' friends talking. And I really like those scenes. I thought those were really well shot, well done, and the end one was as well. His friends, for the most part, were pretty cool. His main friend was the best, but he also had the most lines. And he had like the nerdy, well, not even a nerdy, but was he supposed to be Russian? Like hacker friend, he didn't really say too much. And then there was the other guy who like stole the police cop, or the car, try that again, the police's car when they were doing the kind of end scene. But like those two didn't really say any much, so it's not really fair to really judge them. But they could have been worse, as you know, side characters go. They could have been worse. Paul Rudd was pretty good as Ant-Man. Not expected when they said that they had Paul Rudd playing as a Marvel superhero. I was like, well, that's probably not going to work. But no, it was pretty good. That was pretty good. I liked it. Michael Douglas, still killing it. Still a good actor. I haven't seen him for a long time, but he's in there. But yeah, thoroughly. I really enjoyed that. If you haven't seen it, yeah, sure, go for it. Check it out. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about in the movie. The controlling ant part was pretty cool. Pretty cool. But then I also watched Age of Ultron. It was kind of like I guess a Marvel weekend in that regard. That was, like, I heard that it was worse than the first one, but honestly, I kind of enjoyed it maybe just as much as the first one. I thought they had a couple really cool scenes with all the Avengers in one place fighting. Like, that was kind of cool. The Ultron bad guy was great. I can't remember the actor's name who voiced him. I've seen him in many things, but I can't remember his name. But he was really good. Vision was really cool. I really enjoyed Vision. I'd like to see more of him. It was kind of weird that the end, like, Calamity event relied on Tony Stark again to basically get it done. That was a little weird that they would go back to, like, Tony Stark. Maybe that's in the comic. I have no idea. But because, like, he was the main... He saved the Earth in the first movie. I was about to say, like, Earth and World put together. But then he kind of does it again. Granted, he has a little bit more help this time, but it's still kind of like he's the main focus, so... I was a little weird. It's just because Iron Man is so popular, so they had to make him, like, the main star? It was weird. I thought that part was really weird, how it was kind of on his shoulders again. But yeah, everyone was good. You got to see a little bit of War Machine and a little bit of... what's the guy with Captain America who flies? I honestly can't remember his name. His character's name. You saw him a little bit. You also see that guy in Ant-Man. He has a nice, cool cameo appearance. Well, a little bit more than a cameo in Ant-Man. It was really cool. But you didn't really see too many of them. It was focusing on the main Avengers, and that's probably what they should have done. But it was at least nice to see War Machine and flying guy with wings. I really can't remember his name. But yeah, they made an appearance, so that's cool. Hawkeye had a little bit more to him in this one, which was cool. Because he kind of felt like a useless character, I think, in the first movie. But in this one, he was better. Had more stuff to do. Black Widow also kind of felt like she had a lot more to do than just looking sexy in a movie, which was really good. So I appreciated the scenes that they gave to her and her involvement with the Hulk, and you got a little bit of backstory on her specifically. So that was much appreciated. Because honestly, in the first movie, to me, it just felt like they were using her just to be like, hey, look at this sexy lady we got on this movie. Like, that's really all. Like, she really felt like a hollow character to me. I don't really think they did too well with her, but the second Avenger movie definitely a lot better. What else? Mainly just Vision. Like, Vision was just really cool. I really enjoyed his character. I can't wait to see him in the future movies. I'm sure he's going to pop up like, he has to pop up in the Infinity Gauntlet movies. So I'm assuming the next Heroes of the Galaxy? That's the name of that movie, right? Galaxy. God, how can I remember? It was such a good movie. Is it called Heroes of the Galaxy? Well, you know what I'm talking about. He'll probably have to pop up in that one, and anything that revolves around the Infinity Stones. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, Ultron was really cool. This is a really cool bad guy. I liked what he did. I liked how he talked. Was it the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver? Were those the twins? They were kind of cool. Oh yeah, we're playing again. Lost here in thought. But yeah, Quicksilver and I want to say her name was Scarlet Witch, right? They were pretty cool. You didn't really get much backstory on them except for just very quick, like, oh, you know, our parents died kind of thing. But, you know, in a movie with all of these important characters, like, what can you really do? I'm gonna die again. Just gotta block and hope someone helps me. Or not. Oh, great. Can't afford that. Oh, I hate this faction. Honestly, you didn't see enough of the Hulk, I think, in that movie. Like, it was implied he was around more than you actually saw him. Well, okay, never mind. I guess you did get a pretty big action scene with the Hulk. I kind of forgot about that until now. Between him and Tony. Alright, alright. But, like, at the end of the movie, he just kind of checks out. He's only there very briefly. You know, there's probably a good reason for that, because he's the motherfucking Hulk, you know? Like, what are you gonna do against him? The longer a fight goes on, the stronger he gets. So, like, he could probably just win the day by himself eventually. So I guess you can't really overuse Hulk, because he's kind of like a... He's kind of like a Superman in that regard. Like, you can't kill Superman. Even though they have. In the comics. Right? Now, what I did think was weird about Scarlet Witch and the Quicksilver, they are the children of Magneto, right? Right? Am I wrong on this? Like I said, I'm not too familiar with the books or comics, but that's who they are. But yet, in this movie, there's no reference to Magneto because I'm assuming X-Men is owned by Fox right now, right? And not Marvel, so they can't really even talk about the X-Men. And that's really weird. That's really weird. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought those were Magneto's children, though. Kids. And like their backstory is like, our parents died in this explosion. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Magneto's still alive. I don't know who your mother is. I'm pretty sure Magneto's out there somewhere. So it'd be really nice when the X-Men and Spider-Man is brought back to Marvel Studios so that they can just finally incorporate everybody. I know Spider-Man is going to be in the Civil War movie, right? Like, I want to see X-Men and the Avengers on the same screen at the same time. But maybe that's just too much anyway, because that's a lot of characters, a lot of actors they got to get together like that. That would be really expensive. Oh, this faction's so boring. Thanks for watching, everybody. That's going to do it. Ant-Man's pretty good. Age of Ultron was pretty good. I enjoyed both. I will see you next time. Take care.